I want to welcome you to Crosspoint Christian Church. My name is Jason. I'm the associate pastor. We're very glad that you're here today. If this is your first week with us, we have a welcome card that you'll find in the pew right in front of you. If you take that out, put as much information on that as you're comfortable with, and drop that in the offering plate when it comes by later. We would love to know a little bit more about you, how we can serve you, how we can help you out, how we can pray for you. And so that card is a wonderful way of letting us know those things. There's a number of things in your service program that I just want to call your attention to. Next week, May 15th, we're having a newcomer lunch. And so if you would consider yourself a newcomer, we would love for you to be a part of that lunch next week at 11, after our 11 a.m. service. So that's after our second service. We'd like you to RSVP at the church office, and we look forward to seeing you there. May 29th, the end of this month, is our Family Worship Sunday. So begin making plans and preparations to have your children with you in service. And so some of you need to psych yourself up for that. It gives you several weeks by which you can do that. June 4th, we have our men's golf outing coming up. There's still time to sign up for that. If you want to be a sponsor, we're in need of sponsors as well. And then you're going to be hearing more about this in the future. But I just want to highlight this handout that you'll find in your service program. Our senior pastor, Matt Switek, is going to be traveling to Turkey from May 30th to June 14th. He's doing a visioning trip for us as we look forward to possibly doing more ministry in that area of the world. And so be praying for him. Some of you may feel compelled to give in order to help cover the cost of that trip. There's a way in which you can do that listed here. Now, in a moment, we're going to greet one another, but we're going to do something different. This is Mother's Day. And on Mother's Day, and we want to say Happy Mother's Day, and we'll talk more about that later, but on Mother's Day, it has been a tradition here at Crosspoint Church for a number of years that the men serenade the women. Some of you have voices that aren't made for that. This is a wonderful way to do that by masking it with other people that can sing. And so in a moment, you are going to have the option, men, to stay where you're at, or as we greet one another, you can come forward and somehow find a spot up in here. I'm told that we'll get assistance from the professionals behind us as to where to stand. And then in a couple minutes, we're going to sing a hymn for the women of the church. Now, some of you will say, I don't know the words. That's your excuse. The words will be on the back wall. That's the thing. You never knew that, but there's words up there so that you can read them. They will be there. So there really isn't an excuse. A number of men are running for the doors already. All right? If you're a visitor and this just seems way too weird for you, don't worry. You can stay where you're seated. You'll be fine. If you've been at this church for many years, I will look straight at you while I sing so that you feel uncomfortable. All right? So we're going to stand. We're going to greet those around. Really, it's a time for the ladies to greet each other. And men, if you would come forward if you're brave enough.